He has a brain like no other. A memory that has stunned millions. A mental wonder. It all started back in 1990 when he correctly predicted the Pennsylvania lottery. Now, the holy grail of neuroscience, Jim Carroll is your mentor to limitless mental energy. Get ready to learn his secrets to superpower your mind. It's Jimmy the Brain.
I'm really excited about today's podcast because I happen to have from Signal Relief, the CEO, Zach Sutton, on today, and his lovely sister, Suzy Holman, who's the co-founder of Jovi and also the president. So it's a pleasure to have both of you on the show. Let's talk about pain relief today. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I love it. Thanks for having us on, Jim.
Of course you led with Zach. Next time, can you lead with me and then say my brother? That would make me more comfortable.
Jim, let's just get this out of the way right now. She can correct you a lot. So just don't, whatever she says, just take it with a grain of salt. You're doing just fine. That was a fantastic
Listen, I grew up with 5 brothers. You learn. You have to interject your needs, which will then be shot down 92% of the time.
And this is the first time I'm meeting Suzy, Zach. I've talked to you millions of times, but Suzy I just met. So
well, your
that was it. So tell me, I know Zach, I know Zach, we'll get into we'll do Suzy's story first. Suzy, tell us about it. Yeah, let's now he's mad. Look at So go ahead, Suzy, take over. Let's hear what you got.
So I am actually the president of Jovi. Jovi is that same technology that's in that signal relief patch. We actually put the same technology into the Jovi patch, and we target women who have menstrual cramps. How I came aboard was actually before Zach, for the record. I was doing some consulting for Mike, who's our owner, and he came out to Denver and he told me about this technology. And I said, there is literally no way that little patch you're holding that looks like a sticker does what you say it does. There's no way, but I will still help you anyways. So we did a little consultation. He goes, will you help me? And I said, nope, there's no way that sticker works. But he goes home and I can't get this off of my mind. Is there a way that patch really could work? So I went home to my hometown where Mike and actually my best friend Kim lives. And she says, Suzy, you have to see this. It really does work. So it was a Friday night and we put out on my Instagram. I was an Instagram influencer with a couple 100,000 followers. I put out, hey, if anyone's having cramps in this tiny town, I got to see if this patch works. Can I come to your house if you're having menstrual cramps? And we had dozens of women like, yes. So we literally drive around and go to people's homes and I see the patch work. How it works is it's instantaneous for menstrual cramps. You put it on, you find the right spot, and within a couple minutes, those are gone. So we went to 6 women's houses. It worked on all 6 women. And I said, okay, what do I got to do? This needs to be taken to the world. So I teamed up with my best friend, with Mike, and with my Instagram community of a couple 100,000 people and told them about this technology. And from there, we birthed the brand together that is now known as Jovi.
Wow, you are so bubbly and passionate about this. I can tell already. Zach, you know what I do? I read people. She is one.
Well, as I usually have to do, let me correct the record a little bit. She said that she was there first. Okay, yeah. So Mike came out to try to convince her to do this, and Suzy, in her wisdom, passed, obviously, and said, no, I'm good. If you know her, she's got a huge business that she'd built up for herself, doing Instagram, and she's a business consultant, and so she had a billion things going on. So she basically said, I'm too busy. Mike ran into me at a football practice about 2 days later, actually, and said, hey, I've been thinking about you. I need somebody to come run this. I need somebody to come be the CEO. And he started telling me a little about the company. And as usually happens when people hear about it for the first time, they think, yeah, too good to be true. I'm not sure this is real. So I told Mike, I said, yeah, I'll look into it. I'll come down the next day and come talk to you about it. I get a phone call about 10 minutes later after Mike left, and it's from Suzy. And she calls and says, hey, I understand you're going to be the new CEO of Signal Relief. And I said, how in the world would you possibly know that? Mike got done with me, called his sister and said, I think I got him to come do it. I think then Kim turned around and called Suzy, and Suzy called me. And Suzy says, hey, if you're going to come do it, I'm with you. I'm in. I haven't been able to stop thinking about this thing. Let's go get it done together. That's the corrected version.
There was the if you go, I'll go conversation.
I like that. You'll concede that point. Okay. You know what? We're close enough, Jim.
That's
I like
fantastic.
that.
Yeah, when I first found out about this, I thought the same thing, Susie. I thought, what a bunch of baloney. There's no way something like this could work. You know, what the heck?
Right?
It looks like alien technology. What the heck is this thing? And Mike sent me one because I have chronic back problems from when I used to work in a steel mill. Oh, you should hear my story sometime. I used to work in a steel mill a long time ago, long before you guys were born. And my back goes out every once in a while, but when it goes out where I can't even get off the couch, I'm like, oh, severe pain. It's just so bad. So the one night I really pulled it out, I went to my chiropractor friend. His name is Mike as well. And he goes, boy, you really threw it out this time. And I had these coming in the mail by FedEx. And sure enough, the following morning they came in and my back even hurt more. And I'm watching TV at night, a show, Star Trek. That's my favorite show. And I put this right here in my lower back, sat against the chair. And I kid you not, within an hour, I got up, I'm making teas. I had no pain at all. And then I was sold on it. I thought these things are miraculous. Then I put them on my knee, I put them on my foot every time I get pain. And I gave so many away to some of my friends. And oh, it's just amazing. And yeah, I'm bought into this as well. And it's amazing that both of you are involved. It's two great people. This thing's going to blow up. It's just going to blow up, both products. But I'm anxious to see the Jovi because I like the fact that it's round.
You got a Jovi, Susie? Have you got one handy? I've got one. I had to show you, Jim, because I've got one right over here. Hold on.
Yeah, I heard they were round. I didn't see any yet. I can't wait to get them.
We actually developed it within that Instagram community with women. They voted on the shape, the size, the color, and actually what the materials that the Jovi are made out of are even a little softer than that patch. That was the perk of coming second, is that we had a little leg up there.
Yeah, that's what you like, Jim. Do you like the guy you're interviewing on the podcast to stand up and leave the room? That's really what you like to see. So here's the Jovi.
Oh, wow. Look at that. That is so awesome.
If you haven't seen it before, we got this. You got the background. It's really great.
You remember that this is a podcast?
It literally only took, no, it's video. Come on, we're on video. It literally only took Suzy and her team about like 700 versions of this to come to the right color.
Literally.
So that was joyful. So we've got many of these patches in the wrong color, which is fantastic, but they settled on a good color. We really like where they ended up.
I can't wait to get mine in the mail. That'll be
you know what? They're soft. They've got a real nice texture to them. It really is. It's actually a fantastic product. The team really did a great job designing it. They got input from a lot of Suzy's followers and really just did a fantastic job. It really is a great product.
What the heck is inside here though? Why does it work? So I gave these a lot of military, like when I travel around the world and stuff, I give a bunch of them, and I haven't heard anything really negative about it. It's amazing. The results are fantastic. How does it work? Explain how it works. What exactly is going on with this thing?
So you mentioned the military. So Jim, it was a technology originally built for the military. These guys who were inventors, their life's work was antenna signals, if you can imagine that. And they built an antenna that functioned on the electrical field that's all around us. What they had to do though is they actually had to have a way to filter out all the excess noise that was coming through on the electrical field. And so that was really their breakthrough, was the invention as a way to filter out noise. What they soon realized is that same electrical field is the same electrical field shared by our body. And when we have a source of an injury or source of discomfort, there's signals going back and forth from it to the brain. And when you place this on that spot, it actually interrupts that signal and absorbs it like a lightning rod. And so it absorbs the pain into this. And that's really how it works. And it's just a miracle of technology.
And how long does it work? If say somebody would buy one today, and would it last a year? Would it last a month?
No, it'll last you a couple of years. We tell people a couple of years, just take care of it. Don't put it in the washing machine and that kind of stuff. But if you take care of it, it'll last you a long time.
Which is more durable, Suzy, in your opinion? The fact that yours is softer, does it make it less likely to get damaged that it's round?
They're both equally as durable, but what's going to happen is you're going to give your patch away to someone else.
Yeah,
That's what happens 90% of the time, because once you have that moment of relief for yourself, you want to give it to everyone around you.
that's amazing.
That's the magic, and that's the magic in the product for sure. Is you're not going to keep it for yourself. You're going to give it away.
Totally.
No, and this is my world. Oh my gosh, my world is helping people with the brain and memory, but part of it is discomfort, pain, and oh my gosh, this thing is just perfect. This is perfect. I am so happy that
Really, when you're in pain, you are taken out of your life. You can't actually even be in that present state of mind. Why I'm so passionate about helping women. Lots of us are moms, and you miss so much when you are in that discomfort. So it truly is such amazing and beautiful work to be a part of, to get people to a place where they really can be present in their life without that discomfort.
wow. So Susie, you're like just out of high school, is that?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah. 2005, actually, class of 2005, Madison Bobcats. I actually have 4 children myself. I'm 34.
Come on.
Yes.
It's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So what did you do before you came here, or came aboard, besides working a little bit for Mike on the side?
Yeah, I think maybe Zach and I share a little blood for business. Our dad's a business owner, and I always has been super fascinated in business. And I realized back when Instagram first started that, wow, this platform is absolutely incredible for connecting people out around the world. Where we grew up is this tiny town in Rexburg, Idaho, 30,000 people. And we didn't even have internet, right? So really, the ability that Instagram gives you to connect with people around the world is mind-blowing to me still all of these years later. I started my first businesses on Instagram, and I still to this day, most of my companies are started there because of the amazing community that can be built. So I actually teach women how to build businesses using social media platforms like Instagram.
Wow. How do you, being into Instagram, I don't do that. I should. I'm an old guy. Just social media is, I don't know how to do it. I try Twitter, I try Facebook, but Instagram, everybody, you got to go on Instagram. I'm on there. I have an account, but I don't know how to work it. But to tell everybody, like, how do you go from like 100 people to 100,000? How long does it take? How did you do that?
Well, that's such a good question. It is all about adding value. What value can you add to people's lives? And the more value you can add, and the more quickly you can add more value, the more people will come. So really, it's a platform, it's service. So how can you show up in service to the people watching you?
That's amazing. And Zach, I'm curious. I didn't know this about you. I know you for a long time. This global MBA program from Columbia, London. But what is that? You didn't tell me that before. What was that? What was that all about?
It was a moment of weakness and a gigantic mistake, is what it was. No, it wasn't. It was actually a fantastic program. I was the CFO of a healthcare company. We had a whole bunch of assisted living and skilled nursing facilities, and my business partner, who apparently really likes to go to school. That's the thing he really likes, but he didn't want to go alone. So he said, hey, look, come along with me. Just help me with my homework. I'll help pay for your school, and let's go do this program. And I asked him which one. He said, we're going to apply to this joint program through Columbia University and the London Business School. And I said, okay, whatever, we can apply to it. There's no way we're getting in. So go ahead and apply for it. So we applied for it, went through the whole process, and lo and behold, they accepted us. So we got put in this program that was a global MBA program. We had about 70 cohorts. There were 70 people in the class. Of that, there were 45 different countries represented within the class. Only 15 of us were from the US. We spent half our time in New York and the other half the time in London. We'd alternate every month. We'd go 1 week on, so we'd be a week in New York and then come home for 3 weeks. And then we'd go to London for a week, and then we'd come home for 3 weeks. And honestly, it was a fantastic program, but man, it was tough because during that time, it happened to be some of the busiest times of our business also. So we were closing deals left and right. And I've got 4 kids. During this time, my kids were in high school and junior high. And I remember there was 1 week I was gone, and I think I missed 25 sporting events from my kids for 1 week. And that's pretty tough. That's pretty tough to do. So it was a challenge. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I'm done with it. And if I had to go over and do it again, I probably wouldn't. But it was.
As Zach's sister, I won't brag about him often. But I will say that in getting into that program, they did say we have to accept these guys or Harvard's going to take them. And when Zach graduated at the very tippy top of that class, which is a massive feat with, like he said, 4 kids. I'm really proud of him for the brain that he is. And
Right.
He's so humble about it.
There's a lot to be proud of there. Jen. So
Yeah, but you're so humble. I never even knew this. I never told me.
You know what?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have told you either. So that's nice of Suzy to say, but it was definitely a challenge. That I don't love school to begin with, but it was, yeah, I'm glad it's over. But great program, honestly, world class, world class institutions, world class professors and people that I deal with. Some of my closest friends now. I'm on text groups. On my birthday, I'll get a text from people from Egypt and Dubai and Saudi Arabia and Portugal. And the funny thing is, in this whole program with people all over the world, the most interesting guys that everybody wanted to go to dinner and talk to were the 2 random guys from Rexburg, Idaho. Wow. We were the anomaly in that group. So,
see, I never heard of Rexburg until I met Mike. I never heard of it. Idaho. Who goes to Idaho? I've never been. It's amazing. I've been performing for 40 years, and it took me till the age of 68 to get to Idaho. And now I've been there so many times because of Mike. Hey, you got to get these patches out there to all your buddies all over the world. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I've sent them out a bunch of them. That's just 68 wasted years if you didn't get out here to Rexburg before then. So.
I know. It's like really, it's really God's country out there. It's beautiful. I love anywhere from Salt Lake City to up through Rexburg. It's just beautiful. That drive is that 4.5 hour drive is beautiful.
Okay, I feel like we're giving that an excessive amount.
It's beautiful. It's unbelievably pretty. As I look out the window right now into the snowbank.
This is literal listeners. Please, this is not good, valuable information. It is beautiful from June to August. No, go to Idaho then.
That's not true. The Super 8 down the road has an unbelievable presidential suite. No, this is an amazing place.
So you guys get snow up there too, like we do up here, upstate New York? You get a lot of snow up there?
It snowed yesterday. It snowed about 4 inches last night.
It snowed already?
Yeah, it did. But it's fine because it'll be gone April. Like in 7, 8, 9 months from now. So we're good.
Wow. I didn't know that. Jeez.
We're officially into summer.
So what's really amazing is you got 4 kids. Your sister has 4. I had 4 kids. I have 4 grandkids. What's with the number 4 today here? Does 4 mean something? That's number.
You're a numbers guy.
So let me, you know what? I can't do this without showing Suzy what I do. I'm going to show you something. And I hope anybody that has this podcast gets to watch it as well as listen to it. All right. Because I'm going to show you something that's very visual. All right. And if I was with you, I could use your deck of cards, Suzy. I'm going to mix up the cards like this. All right. And if I was with you right now, I could use your cards. You could cut them as many times as you want. I started doing this when I was 50 years old on an exercise bike because I had a heart problem. I had this cardiomyopathy and a super enlarged heart. And so I had to work out on this bike, and to keep from being bored, I looked at playing cards to try to train to keep from being bored. Mm-hmm. And I would memorize 15 cards, 20 cards, 30 cards. Before you know it, I started memorizing a whole deck in an hour. Then I got it down to a half an hour. Then I got it down to 15 minutes. Watch what I do now. Ready? Here we go. Could you see down here? Yeah, you can see right here. I'll put it right here. All right, here we go.
Okay, right there.
Ready? We'll mix them up some more. All right. Now watch. I'm going to try to. Let's see, we'll go like this. And I could even talk at the same time. This is what I used to do on my exercise bike in about maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes. And now from doing this, especially with the COVID, I've been isolated here in my house with nothing else to do. All right. Now I got it down to under a minute right there. I'm done. I actually just memorized that whole group of cards. You're not going to believe this. I'm going to close my eyes to prove I'm not looking at anything. And just say yes if I'm right. Is the top card a 7 of spade?
Yes.
Yes.
And then a queen of hearts?
Yes.
7 of diamond, 8 of heart, jack of club, then a king of heart, a 6 of spade, a queen of spade, an 8 of club, an ace of diamond, a 5 of heart, a 9, and a 7 of club. Then I believe it's a 2 of spade, an ace of heart, a 10 of diamond, 2 black 5s, a club, and a spade, then a 3 of hearts, a 4 of spade, a 10 of spade, a 6 of heart, a 6 of club, an 8 of diamond, then a king of club, a 5 of diamond, a 4 of heart, a 6 of diamond, then a jack of diamond, 2 of club, 3 of club, queen of diamond, 9 of heart, 9 of spade, 7 of heart, 8 of spade, queen of club, 3 and 4 of diamond, the ace of club, the 3 of spade, then I think it's 2 tens, a heart and a club, then a jack of heart, an ace of spade, a 2 of diamond, a 4 of club, a king of diamond, a king of spade, a 2 of heart, a 9 of diamond, and a jack of spade. That's what I did on my bike. And today I no longer have cardiomyopathy and I don't have an enlarged heart. You figure it out. So you wonder why I'm into all this health stuff? Are you kidding me? I'm into brain health. Your brain and your body go together, and Signal and Jovi have to deal with both the brain and the body. And that's why it's a perfect match for what I do. But yeah, that's just one sample of what I do. I mean,
that's amazing. By the way, Suzy, not fair to brag on my intellect to literally the guy MIT, the smartest man in the world.
Well, not the smartest man, the best memory in the world.
Best memory in the world.
I am not the smartest man by any means.
Whatever. Best memory in the world is close enough for me.
Wow. Mind blown.
Yeah,
but what I do, Suzy, with this, though, is I learned how to do what I call the extended mind.
Okay.
Notice, not only do I get into your minds and people's minds, as a mentalist, that's what you do, but I get into the minds of technology. I could get into people's cell phones, computers, the Amazon products, the Google products. Like here, I'll do it one more time. Watch. You ready? The meeting has been upgraded. Okay, good. This is good because we have to show Suzy. Here we go. Suzy, are you ready?
Yes.
Once again, we'll mix up the cards and we're going to bring in my lovely assistant. Her name is Alexa right there. Now watch. We'll cut the deck. Anytime you want, you just say stop, and we'll use the next card that's after that. And we're gonna just go through the deck like this. Like, for example, here, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do something better. All right. Suzy, I did not know, I don't know anything about right here. Hold any amount of fingers up right now with your hand. All right. Now think about that. I actually had that written down ahead of time because I had 4 kids and 4 grandkids. So I made you say 8. And this is what I do, especially over here. Watch. For example, if I'll try to make you stop when I want to stop with the cards. We'll take the cards. Once again, I'll put them down like this, and you just say stop anytime you want.
Stop.
Now, did you stop when you wanted to, or did I make you stop there? In fact, you could add some more if you wanted. You could stay like right here. Do you want to stay right here?
Yeah, stay right there.
Now, do you want to use the top card here or the top card in my hand?
Top card in your hand.
Think about what we did here. All these possibilities. I'm going to put the top card in my hand right there. I'm going to show you they're all. You could have stopped me anywhere. You could have stopped me anywhere here. All right. Now look, I'm going to bring this product right here, put it right on top of the card. All right. And here we go. Alexa, do you know this card?
Of course I do, Jim. It's the king of clubs.
Wow.
Think about that. This is this stuff that I'm doing. And that's why I got involved with Signal, because Signal, this is exactly what this is, a mental signal. I play with the mind of artificial intelligence. This is bizarre, the stuff I'm working on right now. But that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to show you what I do as well. But man, it's a lot of fun. This is like interacting with product like this, all right, is just, look it. I'm going to tell you a true story, and this is from a wounded warrior friend of mine. I don't want to get into names, and he's a dear friend of mine. I met him at Walter Reed. I go back and forth to Walter Reed Medical Center, and I help our wounded warriors with PTSD and traumatic brain injury, all right? And I kind of use like my magic and memory skills and get them to smile and get people to laugh. That's my thing, is just to get people. Like I was on a Zoom show the other day with 200 people from Florida. They were all recovering stroke patients, all right? And my job was just to make them smile. And it's so easy to do. I mean, it's like unfair. It's so easy to do with this kind of stuff that I have. So I sent one of these to my buddy Kyle. He's a double amputee. I taught him card tricks. We were on a flight. We went from Washington, D.C., stopped in Dallas, and then went to Vegas for a program called Salute to the Troops. And once I got into Vegas, my job was to open up for Gary Sinise. He was called the Lieutenant Dan Band. He's an amazing patriot. He helps the wounded warriors like you wouldn't believe. And I had to bond with as many warriors as I can. And this one boy, Kyle, I call him a boy. He's only 23 at the time, and he's married, and he had a double amputee, and his hand, he lost his hand, but they put it back on. And I taught him card tricks, tons of card tricks. So when Mike sent me these, I sent one to Kyle. He has this thing, what they call phantom pain. They still feel pain even though they don't have a leg. It's insane. He put it on his lap like that, and he said his phantom pain went away. And it also enabled him to crawl around on the floor because his back is so sore, to crawl around on the floor and play with his little girl that they just had a little baby. All right, so that's why this touches my heart. The fact that this helped Kyle alone is just won me over, because it helped me, but now that it actually helped somebody that really needed the help, and I can put up with the pain. I'm a big tough guy, but so yeah, my heart is with this thing, and I can't say enough about it. And it's just an honor to have people like you guys aboard. Oh, it's just because I can read you, I can see you can't fool me. See, you guys, I read people over and I can see you're definitely both very passionate about this, and you really care. So it's really great to have you guys aboard with this. It's awesome.
I have a quick question. Zach, who did you say his name was Kyle?
Kyle, yeah.
Kyle, Zach, who's your Kyle that you're like, if I had just done this for Kyle, it would have been worth it?
Oh man, you know what? So we had a guy the other day. Mine's a real world example. We had a guy, and I was at Walmart because Walmart's the biggest building in Rexburg. So I was at Walmart, and I'm driving around the Walmart parking lot, and I'm driving out, and I see a guy on the side of the road, and he's homeless, and he's in a wheelchair, and he's holding up a sign, needs some help or whatever. And I was on the phone. I didn't even think about it. I thought I should help him, but then I didn't. I just kept driving. Mike calls me on the phone, seriously, about 15 minutes later. And Mike says, bro, there's a guy down on the corner that's a military vet. We got to go help this guy. He's an amputee. Guarantee he's hurting. Let's go over and take him a patch and help him. You think it would be bad to take a camera over there and film it and see what kind of reaction we got, see if it'd help him? And I said, no, I think that'd be fine. I don't think we'd take a whole production crew, but we can go talk to him. So we went to the ATM. Mike went and got him a bunch of money, and we went over and said, hey, how are you, man? It looks like you're in a bunch of pain. Are you okay? And he told us his story. He was a mechanic for the military, and working there over the years, he developed a lot from being around the chemicals. Anyway, they had to amputate one of his legs from the knee up. And we said, hey, can you get up and walk? I can't walk at all. He said, I can get up and I can hobble around, but it just hurts too much. And we said, well, we've got something for you. We gave him the money, and he was obviously happy with that. We said, we got something even better than money. And we put one of these patches on him just right above the knee. And he started moving around, and he got real quiet, and he said, it doesn't hurt anymore. And we said, yeah, we said, isn't that great? And he said, yeah, but when I get up and walk, that's when it really hurts. I said, it hurts now, but not bad. But when I get up and walk, it's really going to hurt. We said, let's give it a try. Stand up. He stood up and walked. And he started walking, and then he started walking a little faster, and he walked away from us, and then he pirouetted. He did a full move back to us and went to formation as straight up as he could, and gave us a big military salute, and was just crying, tears coming down his eyes, and said, I haven't been able to walk like that in years. And it was unbelievable. What an awesome experience. We loaded him up. We helped him go get on after I got back to the office, I thought, I'm going to go check on him. I went back to check on him about an hour later. And as soon as I pulled in, he was so happy to see me. And he said, look at this. And he jumps out of his chair, and he throws his cane on the ground, and he starts like dancing. And he said, isn't this amazing? I've never in my life. And then he cried again and said, I'm going to be able to sleep tonight for the first time in 10 years. And I thought, my goodness, what an amazing experience. I was so glad that I've got a better person than I am in Mike that is looking out for people like that all the time. And it was just a neat thing to be a part of.
No, Mike's the best. And I love, that's his favorite word, bro, B-O-R-O.
You bet.
Suzy, how about you? You have a Kyle story?
Yes, I have a Karen.
Wow, Kyle.
She's actually my sister-in-law, and she was in a head-on collision at 4 a.m. She was driving her daughter to the airport, and she and her husband, a car was coming the other way with its lights off. Head-on freeway collision going 80 miles an hour. And as you can imagine, her body was just super messed up. So she's had multiple hip surgeries. She has all the rods and all the metal. But through all of that, her hips bones started breaking down. And every step she takes is just bone on bone, excruciating for her. So I gave her this patch. She was on heavy narcotics, living her life on heavy narcotics. They actually have 8 children. And I gave her the patch. And now she threw away all of her narcotics, no longer needs them at all. She will not go anywhere without her patch. And truly, she sends me a text at least once a month, I cannot believe that this is my life. I thought I would live like that forever. Thank you so much. And truly, just for Karen alone, this has all been worth it for me.
And that's fantastic. We just described 3 people that beat the odds, and this is fantastic. It's just, we got to, hey, look at Suzy and Zach. You guys are awesome. Suzy, you got to promise me something. We're going to make a phone call after we get off the air. And
Okay.
you're going to teach me how to use Instagram, and I want to join your fan club there. Right?
Done. And
Maybe you can show me how to do this.
on it.
And I'll tell you what, and since you're going to do that for me, I'll do one last thing before we go.
Okay.
Suzy, now look into my eyes. Do you see them?
Yep.
Now, ready? I'm going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We all have 4 kids. I have 4 grandkids. Ready? Name the first playing card that comes to your mind right now. Go.
A 4 of hearts.
Oh, that's too easy. Don't say a 4. That's too easy.
I'm trying to think what the names of all the things
I
are.
know,
Like,
I know.
that one's a shovel, like a clover situation.
I know you're making my job easy, though. See, that's what I do. I talk people into stuff. Like I'm doing it in a different way. Okay, 4 hearts, but name a different card. Go.
10 of spades.
Now watch. I'm going to do this in super slow motion. I'm going to show you something really cool. All right. We're going to take these cards. You could have said any card you wanted, right? You said the 10 of spades. Look, I don't know if you could see here really good, but I have 1 card in this deck. All right.
Flipped over. Yes,
Yeah, only
you
1
do.
card flipped over in this whole deck. Look, do you see any other
Yes,
cards
no, there's
flipped
one.
over? No other cards in this deck are flipped over except for that one. Oh, wait. Oh. The 10 of spades.
No way.
But you know
No
what?
way,
Another
no.
one was the 4 heart that you said the first time, just in case. But that's what I do. Suzy and Zach, thank you very much for joining. And folks, I'm telling you, don't just listen to this one. Watch it and watch Susan. She's amazing. Zach, you got an amazing sister there. Pleasure meeting both of you. Thank you.
Thank you for liking, sharing, and if you really want to superpower your mental strength, subscribe and thrive. Visit us at jimmythebrain.com.